Have you ever stopped to think that maybe your friends only keep you around because it's convenient? Not because they actually respect you. Because here's the truth. Real respect isn't them laughing at your jokes when it suits them. Respect is when they actually listen when you speak, when they include you in decisions, when they treat you like an equal, not like some side character. But a lot of guys are living in this social theater, thinking they're part of the group when really they're just being tolerated. And yeah, that hurts, because you invest time, energy, trust, and all you get back is scraps. The first sign you're not respected, not even by your own friends, is when they constantly joke about you and you never push back. I'm not talking about one or two jokes here and there. Banter is normal. It can even build stronger bonds. But there's a line between playful banter and disguised disrespect. And when you just laugh it off to not be the buzzkill, you're basically signing a contract saying, yeah, I'm okay being the punching bag. Let me explain why that matters. Because men communicate through invisible hierarchy. If you don't stand your ground, you automatically get ranked lower. It's pack mentality, like wolves. The weakest gets picked on and doesn't bite back, so he keeps getting picked on. It's social biology. Once you accept being the joke, that's all you'll ever be. Every time you hang out, it becomes a circus of humiliation, but wrapped in laughs. And the worst part, when new people come into the group, they learn to treat you the same way because they've seen you accept it. Here's the hard truth. No one respects a man who doesn't respect himself. And if you don't have the guts to look a friend in the eye and say, I'm not okay with this, maybe you deserve your role. The clown, the extra, the guy who only matters when others are bored. Maybe now you're thinking, but Noah, if I confront them, I'll lose the friendship. Bro, if speaking up means losing them, it was never a friendship to begin with. It was convenience. Real friends respect your boundaries, and if they don't, they never saw you as an equal. Let me tell you a story. This guy messaged me. Every hangout, same thing. Jokes about his looks, his voice, his clothes. Everyone laughed. He laughed too, but hated it. One day, he just stopped showing up. No texts, no one checked in. You know why? Because he was the extra, the court jester, the guy they could do without. You need to understand. Respect is earned, not begged for. And if you think being the nice guy who takes everything is going to earn you value, you're going to stay the doormat of your group. So lift your head, push back. You don't have to be aggressive, but you have to be firm. Make it clear that you have limits, that you're not here to be mocked, even if they call it just a joke. Because if you don't stand your ground, you will get crushed. Simple as that. Second sign you're not respected. No one listens when you speak. And before you hit me with the "but I'm just shy" excuse, let me stop you right there. This isn't about shyness. It's about presence. It's about how you show up in the world. When you talk, do people stop and pay attention? Or do they keep scrolling their phones, interrupt you, or change the subject like you weren't even talking? If no one listens to you, the message is loud and clear. You're not relevant. And this has nothing to do with what you say. It's how you say it. Your body language, your tone of voice, your posture, your energy, that's what speaks before your words ever leave your mouth. The truth stings, but I'll say it anyway. If you show up to the group and no one takes you seriously, no one asks for your opinion, no one gives a damn when you speak, you've already been labeled. And the label is, this guy doesn't matter. Then you try to compensate by being nicer, more helpful, more agreeable. But all that does is bury you deeper, because in social dynamics, the more you try to be liked, the more you signal that you need their approval. And no one respects someone who begs for acceptance. Respect starts inside. People only start listening when you finally start listening to yourself. When you stop living in autopilot, numbing yourself with porn, procrastination, and pretending everything's fine when deep down, you feel invisible. That's exactly why I created the Stop Being a Loser ebook. It's not sugarcoat, it's not feel good, it's direct. It shows you exactly how to kill those habits that are keeping you weak and how to rebuild your discipline, presence, and self-respect in just 14 days. And no, it's not free. Why? Because you don't value what comes for free. We made the price symbolic, almost nothing. But this is still a tool for men who are actually ready to transform. If you buy now, you'll get all future updates at no extra cost. But only if you're ready to stop bullshitting yourself and take action. Now back to it. If people don't listen to you, you've got two choices. Keep being the harmless guy no one takes seriously, or build such a powerful presence that the room changes when you talk. That doesn't come from nowhere. It comes from cutting the crap, from putting in the work, from facing your demons until your presence carries weight. And once that happens, you'll never need to ask for respect again. You'll command it. Third sign you're not respected. You're treated like the extra, the backup plan, the last minute invite, the yeah, might as well call him two guy. And if this hits close to home, good. That means it's time to wake the hell up. Every time there's a hangout and you get invited at the last second, that's not inclusion, that's convenience. That's, we need one more person. That's, he won't say no anyway. You're not a priority, you're an accessory. And the worst part, you've gotten used to it. You take whatever scraps they give you and call it friendship. You tell yourself, at least I'm included. But let me ask you, included as what? As a joke? As filler? As the guy they tolerate? Because that's what's really happening. Real respect shows up in who gets remembered first, who gets called early, who they plan around, not who they toss in last minute to fill a spot. Some of you listening to this right now are thinking, but Noah, I've never been the main guy in the group. I've always been the quiet one. That's fine. This isn't about being the loudest, it's about being valued. There are quiet guys who run the whole damn room just by the way they carry themselves. They don't have to say much because their presence alone carries weight. Nobody forgets them. Nobody treats them like background noise. You don't have to be loud, but you do have to be real. You have to stop playing small. You have to stop being grateful for crumbs. And if you're feeling that shift inside you right now, do something with it. Drop a comment right now. I will improve. It's not for me, it's for you. It's a statement, a marker, a moment where you stop tolerating bullshit and start stepping up. Go comment that now, then come back. The truth is simple. You've been operating like a charity case, saying yes to everything, showing up for everyone, hoping they'll finally see your value. But here's the twist. People don't value desperation. They value boundaries, standards, power. So build yours. Say no, walk away, stop chasing. Be the man who's missed, not the one added just to make numbers work. When you do that, you stop being the extra. You start being someone they actually respect. Let's talk about the real root of this problem. You've confused acceptance with respect, and that mistake is destroying you from the inside. Because being accepted by a group that disrespects you isn't a win. It's a trap. A lot of guys don't realize this. They think if people smile around them, if they get invited out once in a while, if they're liked, then they're good. But respect and affection aren't the same thing. They might laugh with you, give you a nickname, pat you on the back, and still not respect you at all. Here's how you know. When things get serious, are you heard? Are you defended? Are you treated like an equal? If not, then you're not respected. You're just convenient. And why does that happen? Because you trained them to treat you like that. You've been the nice guy for too long, the one who never complains, the one who says it's all good when it's really not, the one who lets everything slide just to keep the peace. But let me say this loud. A man who's harmless is a man who's irrelevant. If you never draw the line, you'll always get stepped on. It's that simple. This is where everything starts to shift, when you stop needing approval like oxygen, when you stop accepting scraps just to feel included. Repositioning yourself socially isn't dramatic, it's powerful. First, start saying no. Refuse the lazy invites. Step back for a while. Watch who actually checks in on you and who never noticed you were gone. Second, level up your presence. Improve yourself. Get stronger. Dress better. Speak with clarity. Read. Train. All of that creates gravity. And gravity makes people pay attention, even if they don't want to. Third, change your environment if needed. Leave the circle where you're always seen as the sidekick. Build a new space from scratch if you have to. Because starting over with strength is better than staying small with fake friends. You don't need 10 guys around you. You need 2 who truly respect you. And if you're done being seen as the backup plan, then act like it. Draw your line. Stop explaining. Start moving. Men who know their value set the standard. Men who don't get played. If you've made it this far, it means something inside you is finally waking up. Maybe it's anger. Maybe it's disgust. Maybe it's just the crushing truth that you've been playing small for too long. Good. That feeling, hold on to it, because nothing changes until you get pissed off enough to do something. You're tired, not physically, but mentally. Tired of being ignored. Tired of being the joke. Tired of being the guy who's always around but never really matters. Tired of pretending to be okay with a dynamic that's killing your self-worth. And the reason you're stuck, you've been hiding behind excuses. I'm just easygoing. I don't like conflict. I don't want to cause problems. You know what those are? Lies. Lies you tell yourself to avoid doing the hard thing, standing up for yourself, setting boundaries, risking rejection to finally earn respect. Here's the hard truth. No one's coming to save you. No one's going to hand you respect. No one's going to suddenly realize you deserve better. Respect doesn't get given. It's taken. And it's only taken by men who are willing to demand it, live it, and defend it. You've got two choices now. Keep pretending. Keep playing the nice, passive, easy to be around guy. Keep being the filler in your friend group's background. Or you kill that version of yourself today. The version that smiles while being disrespected. The version that accepts crumbs. The version that's grateful just to be invited. And you start building the man you're supposed to be. That man doesn't need validation to know his worth. He doesn't settle for surface level friendships. He doesn't rely on porn, distractions, or fake laughter to get through the day. He's grounded, present, respected, not because he begged for it, but because he became undeniable. How? Discipline, pain, isolation, rebuilding from the inside out. It's not glamorous, it's not fast, but it works. The disrespect you've tolerated, let it fuel you. Let it light a fire so strong that no one ever questions your presence again. Let it forge a man so unshakable, he never has to ask for respect. It follows him. You've seen the truth now. You can't unsee it. So decide. Keep playing small or become the man they never saw coming.